What's up guys, we're going to be going through the best NBA player props on PrizePicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from yesterday's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see, we actually got 9 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get 9 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon, which should be linked down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $420 just yesterday. Another member who won $210 for the 5th day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, a link will be in the description. So go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group. And I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel the best bets and props. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily upload. So getting into the first pick, we're going to be talking about none other than Jaylen Duren. Now Jaylen Duren, this one is for 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and this one actually is for less. Now look at Jaylen Duren, we've actually seen him go on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games, which is fantastic to see, and they do face off against none other than the New Orleans Pelicans. Now as you all know, Pelicans have had a pretty good season so far. They do rank 8th in points allowed, which is interesting to see. On top of that, when it comes to assists allowed, they do rank 16th, and rebounds allowed, they do rank 9th. So they rank pretty high in points and rebounds. Assists, they rank pretty average in, and that's one of the reasons why we do like the under for this situation here. When it comes to Jaylen Duren, although he is a great player, New Orleans Pelicans do a fantastic job at actually defending the center position, which is why we do like the under for this situation here. When it comes to Duren, although he does have a pretty high usage rate, we are expecting a little bit of a lower usage rate from him due to the fact that against a matchup against Pelicans who tend to actually really focus on defending centers, we think that is definitely going to play a huge factor for it. Now when we look at Jaylen Duren's average over the last 5, although it is 29.6, we are taking into account an outlier game against Toronto where he did go off for a 52 PRA, but on average we tend to see him actually perform more on the under in this situation, and that's why we think this line is bumped a little bit too high, and that's why we think there's more value now to go on the under here. So Jaylen Duren, 26.5 points, rebs, and assists for less, I think is an absolute steal. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about Damian Lillard, and this is none other than 23.5 points, and this one actually is for more. Now we look at Damian Lillard over the last 5, we've actually seen him go 3 over the last 5 games, which is fantastic to see, and they do face off against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now we look at OKC, they do rank 13th in points allowed, but on top of that, Lillard has a very high usage rate, especially as of lately, and his average over the last 5 is also 24, which is above this line. OKC, as you all know, are a very fast-paced team, and because of that, we think it is going to have a huge effect on this game, and we could see a lot of volume from someone like Damian Lillard as well. On top of that, OKC also do allow a lot of points to the guard position, which I think is huge. Now we are also expecting Chris Middleton and Giannis Antetokounmpo to be out for this game. Now it is still probable, so they may still play. Even if they do play, we still see someone like Lillard going on the over here. He's been on a bit of a hot streak as of lately, and we think it will continue on into this next game, no doubt about it. So Damian Lillard, 23.5 points for more, I think is an absolute steal as well. Now getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about Brook Lopez. So Brook Lopez, as we all know, a teammate of Damian Lillard, and this is for 5.5 rebounds, and this is actually for less. Now look at Brook Lopez over the last 5 games. We've actually seen him go on the under in 3 out of the last 5, which is great to see, and they do face off against none other than the Oklahoma City Thunder, like we mentioned before. Now when we look at OKC, we actually see they do actually rank when it comes to rebounds allowed 24th, but the reason why we do like the under for this situation is that Oklahoma City Thunder, or OKC, actually do a very good job at defending rebounds to the center position. So that's another reason why we do like the under for this situation. Lopez doesn't have the highest usage rate when it comes to rebounds within this team, and that's another reason why we do like the under for this situation here. We tend to see Brook Lopez really hang around the 3. His average over the last 5 is also 5 as well, which is below this line, which we think is definitely going to take into consideration. And with OKC being a really good team at defending rebounds rebounds from the center position. We think that's definitely going to play a huge factor for it. So Brook Lopez, 5.5 rebounds for less, I think is a great pick. Now getting to the next one is Tobias Harris at that. And this is rebs and assists actually for 10.5, and this one actually also is for more. Now look at Tobias Harris, we've actually seen him going the over in 3 out of the last 5 games, which is great to see. And they do face off against the LA Clippers, who do rank 5th in rebounds allowed, but also rank 13th in assists allowed. Now the reason why we do like the over for this situation is when it comes to LA Clippers, they actually do a very poor job at defending the rebounds and also assists to the forward position, which is exactly, what Tobias Harris is. Now when it comes to LA Clippers, we are expecting Daniel Tice, Russell Westbrook, Jordan Miller, also Norman Powell and PJ Tucker to be out for this game, which we think is definitely going to have a huge factor for it. And also when we look at the 76ers guys, Kyle Lowry, Kai Jones, Joel Embiid, and also DeAnthony Melton and Robert Covington are all expected to be out for this game. So definitely a huge positive when it comes to seeing Tobias Harris go on the over here. Since Joel Embiid, I think, is also a big name, also DeAnthony Melton and Robert Covington, since they are out, we are expecting a higher usage rate from Tobias Harris as normal, and because of that, we think it will allow for a lot more rebounds and assists for someone like Tobias. Now his average over the last 5 is also 11, which is great to see, so just above this line as well. So all signs point towards the over, and we are sticking to it. So Tobias Harris, 10.5 rebs and assists for more, I think is a great pick. Now getting into the next one is Rudy Gobert. Now Rudy Gobert, as we all know, great player as well, and this is none other than rebs and assists as well for 15.5. However, this one actually is for less. Now look at Rudy Gobert, we've actually seen him go on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games, which is great to see, and they do face off against none other than the Golden State Warriors. Now the Warriors do rank 14th in rebounds allowed. On top of that, when it comes to assists allowed, they actually do rank 17th, and we think that when it comes to Rudy Gobert, although this may not, they're pretty average in those rankings, we still like the under for this situation, as Rudy Gobert faces off against Warriors, and Warriors actually do rank very well in defending rebounds and assists to the center position. So we definitely going to take into consider positions as well. On top of this, if we also look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies actually have him favored to go on the under as well, and we are going to be sticking to what the bookies are saying there. So although Rudy Gobert has gone on the over here and there, he's only just made it over slightly, and we think he is more likely to go on the under, especially against a team like the Golden State Warriors, who do a very good job at defending centers. So Rudy Gobert, 15.5 rebs and assists for less, I think is a great pick. So as you all know, I do want to get these picks out to you as soon as possible, but PrizePicks is delayed with some of their lines, so here are a couple of players you should definitely watch out for when their lines drop. So first player we're going to be talking about is Zion Williamson, who's been averaging 22.4 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 3.4 assists. So he has done a fantastic job for none other than the actual New Orleans Pelicans. Now when it comes to the Pelicans, as we all know, the Pelicans do face off against none other than the Detroit Pistons. Now Detroit Pistons aren't the greatest team, they do actually rank 26 in points allowed, which is interesting to see. On top of that, when it comes to assists allowed, they do rank 19th, but on rebounds allowed, they actually do rank 10th. Now we still like the over for someone like Zion Williamson due to the fact that Brandon Ingram is going to be out for some time now. He did suffer a knee injury, and because of that, Zion Williamson's increase in his usage rate should definitely happen. We are expecting him to have a pretty huge game, especially against the Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons don't really rank too well in points and assists. Rebounds, they do rank a little bit higher, but since Brandon Ingram is going to be out, we definitely see someone like Zion being able to still go on the over in the rebounding sector. So definitely keep an eye out for Zion Williamson. There's definitely a lot of value to go on the over there, especially with the way he has been playing as of recent. Detroit are also a pretty fast-paced team, so we are expecting a good amount of pace from this game, which should see a good amount of volume from Zion Williamson to be able to go on the over here. So keep an eye out for his line. If his line is under these averages, then definitely look to go on the over. Now getting into the next player, we're going to be talking about Jimmy Butler, who's been averaging 19.8 points, 4 rebounds, and 3.8 assists. So he has done a fantastic job for the Miami Heat, and the Miami Heat do face off against none other than the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now Cleveland Cavaliers, as we all know, are a pretty strong team. They do rank 5th in points allowed, 4th in also assists allowed, and 11th in rebounds allowed. Now the reason why we still like the over for this situation is that Miami Heat are going to be missing quite a few players. Josh Richardson, Tyler Herro, Kevin Love and Duncan Robinson all are expected to be out for this game. Triple J and also Caleb Martin are also expected to be out for this game as well. And with so many players out, we definitely see Jimmy Butler having a huge increase in his usage rate, and he probably will have to do everything out there on the floor. So even against Cleveland Cavaliers, we still see someone like Jimmy Butler going on the over here as well. Due to the fact that so many players are injured, Jimmy Butler's usage rate should definitely increase. Now when it comes to Cleveland as well, we are expecting Max Strus, Dean Wade, Evan Mobley, and Donovan Mitchell and Ty Jerome all to be out for this game, which I think is definitely going to have a huge effect on Jimmy Butler being able to go on the over here. You know, since there's so many big players out for this game, they definitely lose a lot on defense, so it isn't really the best to look at their actual points, rebounds, and assists allowed, as a lot of their defensive players are missing as well. So I definitely think they are going to see a bit of a decrease in their defense, which gives a good opportunity for Butler to be able to go on the over here. And on top of that, with his high usage rate coming into this game, we should see him go on the over. So keep an eye out for Jimmy Butler's line as well. You know, definitely keep an eye out to go on the over, and the line, if it is under these averages, definitely look to go on the over. Now getting to the next player, we're going to be talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or SGA, who's been absolutely doing a very good job for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He's been averaging 27 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 5.6 assists over the last 5 games, so very, very good job. So SGA and the Oklahoma City Thunder do face off against the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Bucks do rank 22nd in points allowed, which is interesting to see. On top of that, they rank 15th in assists allowed and 18th in rebounds allowed. So they rank pretty average or pretty poor in certain categories, and because of that, we definitely can see SGA go on the over here. SGA just has been playing fantastic, and we think it will continue on into this next game, no doubt about it. Now we're also expecting a pretty fast-paced game from both of these teams. Both teams are not only just fast-paced, but SGA just has such a high usage rate for Oklahoma City Thunder. We definitely see him being able to go on the over here. On top of that, when it comes to any injuries that both teams may face, when it comes to the Bucks, they aren't expecting too many injuries. Now Giannis and Chris Middleton are probable for this game, so they may play, they may not. Even if they do play, we still see someone like SGA going on the over here, but if they don't play, we definitely even see that being a little bit better. So just like the others, guys, if the line is under these averages, definitely look to go on the over, because there'll definitely be more value there. So guys, if you do want to win more bets and win more money, don't forget to join our exclusive Discord group by signing up to our Patreon. Should be linked down below in the description, or you can also find it in the pinned comment down below. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets and win more money today. So guys, I'll see you over there, and I'll see you soon. Peace.